Alright, morning everyone. It is 7:21 in the morning here. We've had a change of plan. Originally we thought we were having to get a car into the central Paris where we were last night, but we got woken up to a phone call last night saying that we're actually meeting here in the lobby, but it's a little bit earlier than we anticipated, so we're just currently in packing mode and getting ready to meet our tour group. That's right, we're going on a tour. We just booked a 7-day tour through several different countries and areas, so we're looking forward to that, but we're also looking forward to meeting everyone on the tour and ready to kick this off. Alright, see you later. Alrighty guys, well, we're on the tour now and on the coach, just hitting the inner ring of Paris. Bit of a double up day in a way. Obviously we arrived before the tour started and we're just itching to go, so we thought we'd jump into the city and check out the Eiffel Tower and Arc de Triomphe yesterday. Well, we're doing that again today, but we'll get a closer look this time at Arc de Triomphe, which is fantastic, and we're also doing a few other things. Palace of Versailles, yeah, so we'll check in throughout the day and keep updated with everything that we're doing. But again, the weather's fantastic. We're on a 50-seater coach, which is about 2/3 full, I would say. So a good sized tour group. Never done this before, never been on a tour like this before anywhere. We've met our tour guide for the next 2 days, whose name is DJ. Seems like a lovely fella, and we've just been listening to him explain the different history and relevance of the places that we're visiting throughout the day. So let's see how we go. We're just moving slowly along at the moment in traffic, and just absorbing everything Parisian. Right, heading underground through the tunnel to the Arc de Triomphe, commissioned by Napoleon to celebrate one of his many victories, and 50 metres tall. He never got to see it finished. He died before it was finished, but now it is a very famous Paris attraction, of course. Let's just have a look at this tunnel here that we take through under the roundabout surrounding the Arc de Triomphe. Pretty clean, smell is pleasant, so yeah, looking good. Let's get a closer look at what's happening up here. Time for the big reveal. Let's go and check out the Flame of the Unknown Soldier. It's quite unique when you come here somewhere like this, and obviously you've seen images and pictures, video, sporting events of these sorts of places, but to actually stand here and experience it just brings it to life. It just gives more relevance to the place. And now from now on, whenever you see it in any other sort of way, you can picture it. You got the sights, the sounds, no smells, which is good. But here is the Flame of the Unknown Soldier. But whenever you see something for the Unknown Soldier, it does bring back a lot of memories of family members or times that were different for people. The millions of lives that have been lost in the name of freedom to give us this life that we have now. We're very fortunate to live the life we live, and a lot of it is from people that have sacrificed their lives for the betterment of our society. So yeah, even though that was for the fallen French soldiers, it still brings back thoughts and memories of our own New Zealanders that have lost their lives. So that is the Arc de Triomphe. one massive roundabout. It really is. It's crazy, the traffic around here. Like, I can see why they have a tunnel to get you over here. It is an island in the middle of Paris. So anyway, I'll catch up with you shortly. Right, here we are at the tomb of Napoleon. Fun fact, the dome that you can see in the background behind me here is actually gold, and quite surprisingly it has not been pilfered, which is interesting. I thought French being the French, that would have been pilfered, but it's up too high, up far too high. Whereas if you look down here at the bridge down here, you can see the golden monuments on top of the 4 spires of the bridge. They aren't gold. They are not gold, otherwise they would not be there. Really loving the vibe of the tour so far. Only 2 hours in, but anyway, so far so good. And plenty to see and do. Right, here we are at the Palace of Versailles. Gonna go and check out the Hall of Mirrors. Got some pre-booked tickets, so apparently we follow this way up here and go in A. Alright, so this is the 2 o'clock line and we've got 2 o'clock tickets.
Okay.
So be prepared for that. So anyway, we're in, we made it. And security was pretty painless. You just got to make sure you line up in the right timeline. If you're in the wrong timeline, then you're not going to get in. They do check your tickets on your phone, which is all good. And then you get in, and you're into the main courtyard here. So there's about 2,000 different rooms in this palace. We get to see 25 of them. 25 of the rooms. Hall of Mirrors, which I have heard of before. It's about 70 metres long. We'll go and check that out. So over 300 and something mirrors in the hall, which was a place of hosting great parties and banquets. And by, what was the king? Louis the 14th. He reigned for 70 years. So he certainly had a presence. Didn't like being in Paris, so he moved out to Versailles, where he had this palace built. So there we have Brian May from Queen on a horse, and they've also got the drummer as well, which is it's quite nice. So they're making a homage to the great band Queen. I've now joined a tour group. It's nice that they stayed authentic and had some post-guillotine heat shots here. How I feel after I realised I've forgotten my wife's birthday. Ah, the despair. Right, I suspect, and I could be wrong, this could be the Hall of Mirrors, because it does look about 70 metres long. There are lots of mirrors and chandelier and lots of people as well. Alright, well that wraps up the Palace of Versailles.
In a word, ornate. In a sentence, lots of paintings with lots of different rooms. Definitely worth coming to visit if you're in Paris. Interesting looking at the documentation of the history of France through the artwork and the way that it was laid out chronologically. Anyway, that ends our second day here in Paris. I'm looking forward to getting back to the hotel for a good night's rest so we can attack day 3 and see what else this magnificent city has to offer. We'll catch up then.